Hello, my very lovely Sagittarians. This is your reading for the week of August 10th, and it's Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and it won't be for everybody. So here we go, my dears. The first image that I see is this. I see you sweeping, but what's happened now is, whereas before you were just sweeping around the rugs, now you're figuring you should sweep under the rugs, but what you don't realize is because you've been sweeping around them for so long, there's been a dust buildup underneath the rugs, and as you're pulling up the rugs now, your house is full of dust. Now, what does this mean? Can mean a lot of things for a lot of people, but let's just tune in here for the collective a little bit more closely. Okay. You've got the hopelessness card, you've got the prayerfully card, and you've got there is another me, a more powerful me. So as I'm reading that, I'm putting it together with the image that came to mind. It is this. Whatever house cleaning you are doing right now, in terms of your life, your emotional life, your psychological life, your spiritual life, and it may involve changing spaces geographically. For some of you, it might. But what I feel is that it's almost as though you're wanting to clean, you're wanting to get things, and just when you think you've got things sorted and you're going to do this one little last piece, all of a sudden now that old dust that has been hidden is coming up, and the whole house that you thought was cleaned is now all dusty again. There's that sense of like, I might as well just give up. Do not. Well, let's flesh that out a little bit, shall we? What Spirit is saying is stay prayerful. Remember that there is another you, that there is a higher you. The thing about hopelessness and the thing about old energy coming up is as we're clearing things out, and Sagittarius, you have been clearing a lot of stuff out. You've been really working quite diligently for quite a few years to reevaluate where you're at in your life and whether or not the way you've been working and living and the values you've been maintaining, whether or not they're all life enhancing, and the ones that are not life enhancing, the ones that are destructive to your good intention, to your high purpose, the ones that your soul is not really wanting you to do. You've been checking that out. You've been doing the work to look at that and to say, who do I need to be in order to live differently? What are the values I do want? How is this not working for me? Why did it seem okay, and why is it not now? Well, the reason it is not now is because you've grown. You've grown by looking at what it is in you, and now what you're seeing is how that has played out in your life around you, and therefore now what needs to be adjusted as you look at the structures that you created from the old place, and you've looked at how that allowed the dust to get collected under the rug and not get addressed. Well, fair play to you. You were probably busy enough that with enough other things going on, and looking at your own sense of what needed to change, that you weren't always necessarily able to get into all the cracks, the nooks and crannies, and take care of all the details. The thing is, as that comes up, as the old stuff comes up, you can easily go into self-recriminations or just naming whatever went on as coming from some kind of weakness in you or some kind of failing in you. Spirit really does not want you to do that at all. Taking responsibility so that one can make changes that are beneficial to oneself, that's fantastic. But it doesn't do you any good to stay swimming around in guilt or in blame, yourself or anybody else. But the thing that seems to be really important here is that hopelessness and that sense of why bother, or this is too much, I thought it was done and now it's back. Try not to get stuck in that. There can be that quality, that hopelessness can be really linked to old things that didn't work. So when something's going awry now, or if it's taking a lot of energy that you feel like you don't have, please remember that very often hopelessness and that sense of lethargy is based on the belief that things can't change or won't, and maybe because it's always been a certain way for you. Many of you, however, now are seeing it differently. Many of you are now taking it into the understanding of that was then, this is now, and so I will move forward. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be coming up for a lot of people. So the hopelessness card here is really saying to you, it's really worthwhile for you when you go into that sense of hopelessness to realize it's linked with that sense of powerlessness. And that sense of powerlessness is probably a lot of what created the structure that you have lived in, that you now need to change, that has created the buildup of dust under the carpets and now is going to be removed. Take the carpets out. You can just get rid of the carpets. Like, that's the feeling I'm getting is, oh, you know what? And you know what else? If you don't have the strength to go ahead and clean the whole house, call in a team, get them to do it. This is you taking control. This is you being reminded to stay in awareness of the sacred in everything that you do, in everybody that's involved, so that you don't start looking at this dust as something that's a human failure. Start looking at this as this is all playing out. And if there's dust in the air, oh, you know what's really interesting? I just saw this. Whoa, this is important. Okay. You know when they're dusting for fingerprints in the police shows, crime shows? That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the dust now is landing on wherever there are imprints. Thank you. Wherever there are imprints of somebody else having done something that shouldn't have been done, somebody else being where they shouldn't be. It's that sense of justice coming to rights. So if things are dusty and dirty right now, stay in the prayerful mode. And remember, when you start getting hopeless, no, that's related to personality. So you lean into who you are. There is another me. Today, no matter what emotion you're feeling, physical sensation you're experiencing, or event you're experiencing through your personality, remember and state silently, there is another part of me that is untouched and unaffected by this. There is a me watching me, and that you that is watching you is your own spirit. It's your higher conscious mind, and it is there to help guide you through any dust that comes up. Hold on to the idea of the sacred. We are all here to learn and grow, to serve each other in some way. Invoke the help of your guides and your angels. And also remember the sacred energy that alights all life is in every single one of us and is in every single situation. The more you focus on that frequency in any dusty situation, the more that energy is going to align things and bring the dust from wherever it is into where it needs to be to show you what you need to see. I leave you with that, my dears. Much love. Take care.